Hello again. So, in the last video we talked about, I suppose my first experience, which was probably when I was about 5-ish. I keep saying that. I don't know how old I was. I was little, put it that way. And where's his ball gone? Hang on. And try and get things into some kind of order. Obviously, they're not going to be in perfect order of what happened. So I suppose the second, one of the next times, or one of the times I can remember being little, should I say, was so where I was living. You know, mum, dad, 2 sisters. We all lived. It was just a small 2-bedroom house. And mum and dad had 1 bedroom, we had the other bedroom, and the bedrooms, you got to remember, are only like 12 foot square at the most. And the so there was a bunk bed, and then there was, I've got to try and explain. There was a bunk bed, and then there was just a single bed. And basically, one night when I was asleep, it sounds fucking weird. It does, it sounds stupid. It sounds like just bullshit. It sounds like you're making it up. But oh, there you are, they're both there. But one of the nights was a bit weird. It was probably, I don't know, I was probably around about the same age. I don't know, 5, 6 odd, something like that. And we laid down, you know, Denise, my sister, and Jane, my other sister, they were both in the bunk beds, and I was in the single bed. They're older than me. They were older than me. One of them's passed away now. Jane's passed away. And they were in the bunk beds and we were asleep, right? And for some reason, I woke up and I stared at the door, just at the bedroom door. The bedroom door was shut. I stared at the bedroom door. Right. And you got to ball up. Right, come on, son. Cheeky boy. So yeah, I stared at the bedroom door. For some reason, I was looking at the bedroom door in the middle of the night. Oh, it's standing around. And like, I can't explain this. I've never even heard it before. I don't think I've ever heard anybody ever say it in any paranormal thing or whatever. You know, I've watched quite a lot of stuff, obviously, on YouTube. And, I've never seen it anywhere, but there was these these colours came out of the door, right. So they came out in circles. They came out like in what do you call it? Like just like a rainbow, but like a full rainbow. You know what I mean? Hang on, listen down. So like a circles. don't laugh. But they come out in like I'll get it then. Come on. They come out in like a pulse coming out the door. Like the door, like say if you say like the door handle, say, these just circles came out towards me. I know it sounds fucking weird now, it does. It sounds weird like when I say this sort of shit. From what happened, you know, years ago. And I didn't really, obviously, I didn't know what was going on. Because obviously you wouldn't, would you? If you were asleep and then you woke up. Now you could say, and you woke up and you've seen these circles coming out, you know, like rainbow colours, quite bright. They weren't like they were like big circles, coming out of say fucking door handle, say, or the door. You know, it's coming out of that area. Oh, son. Oh, he's dropped his ball now. Ah, so he's dropped his ball. There's your ball. And obviously I didn't know what was going on. So I basically, you know, instinctively, I suppose, I got up and I went to, you know, my sister's bed, which is basically, I don't know, 5.5, 6 feet away, I suppose. And when I went to the bed, like to see my sisters, no idea what time it was or anything, but I shook like Denise, shook my sister. She didn't do anything, and then I shook Jane, and she made like, she sort of stirred a bit. Now I remember her stirring, like making a noise like this. Now Jane was disabled. She was like heavily disabled. And I remember her making a noise. Oh, son, we're gonna have to go on, mate. I remember making this noise. Now you could have said, you know, oh, God. Alright, son. Now you could have said, if you put it back on me, if I was dreaming, you know, I rack my brain around these things all the time, stuff that's happened. You could say that if I was dreaming, you know, then, you know, I could understand if you say, oh, well, did anything happen? No, oh, it's probably because you were dreaming. You know, if nothing, I was shaking in sisters and stuff like that, and I just went back to bed. You know, nothing would happen. But I shook Denise, and I remember doing it. I still remember this fucking day doing it. I shook Denise, and she was on the top bunk, James was on the bottom bunk, and Denise didn't do anything. He was just fast asleep. And then I shook Jane, and she sort of, now she just sort of moaned or whatever and moved a bit, like rolled round or something. She done something, she made a noise. You got to remember the room's pitch black and I didn't put the light on it. And then I went back to bed. Now I have no idea. I have no idea what that was. At least, oh, come on, son. You know, I have no idea what the hell that was. Did I just freaking imagine it? It was perfect circles, like rainbows, like rainbow circles. The colours of the rainbow coming out of fucking door handle, you know. I can't remember it as being like the door handle, I suppose, around that area, right, or, you know, down there somewhere. And oh, pacing down there. So, good old England, lovely job. I hope my phone's waterproof. It's only an S10. I think it is. This bit waterproof. So yeah, I can't explain that. You know, there's some things I absolutely know for a fact I saw. I know for a fact I saw it. And I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it and going, shit. Like, not thinking shit because I was only little, but looking at it, and I didn't understand what was going on. It was just circles coming out the bloody door. Oh hell, am I steaming up? Steaming up. Oh God. Bloody hell. There's the camera. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go. But yeah, it was just, it was so weird. That I can't explain it. It's just something that happened, and it made me, I suppose, really like, I suppose from then on, maybe a little bit like frightened, I think, because oh here, it's just water. I can't bloody get the water off because I'm literally soaking wet. So yeah, I just can't explain what's going on. But that's what it looked like. It was circles of colour, i.e. rainbows, like coming out of the door. I've got some weird shit, man. I can tell you some weird stuff. So there you go. I suppose that's the second thing that I remember from, you're looking at 50 years ago now, say 49 years ago. So what I'm trying to do with this channel really is just to document it, because I think there's a lot of people who think, you know, that things are bullshit because everything's so fucking fake nowadays. AI this and fucking Photoshop shit that. You know what I mean? It's like everyone just wants money and clicks and fucking likes off YouTube so they can go and buy, I don't know, the fucking Lambo or some shit. You know. Yeah, he's back again. He won't be able to hear me now because he's a big neighbour. So yeah, I just wanted to, I'm documenting them to sort of, you know, to be able to, people to understand a new, I suppose like a new thing from somebody who nobody knows me, you know, nobody knows who I am, or anything. They don't know what I've experienced, apart from maybe if you go back to school or some shit and somebody remembers me saying something at school, you know, I don't know, fucking 40 years ago, 40 something years ago, then they would remember it, and then they would go, oh yeah, he used to say that, I remember him saying that, but I still fucking remember it, so I'm not lying, otherwise I would have forgotten it, because people always forget lies, and they can never tell you the fucking, you know, if something happens exactly as something happened 40 years later, 50 years later, it's just not going to happen. Doesn't work, your brain doesn't work like that. You forget, you know, lies all the time. You gotta lie about something. There's no point lying about shit because you will just forget it and someone will call you up on it. So in 30 years time, if you know me, you can literally ask me again and I'll say exactly the fucking same. So there you go. Right, I've got to go because it's pissing off. Ta-ra for now. I can't even push the button. The button won't push. Oh God.